Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Being transgender is one thing. In fact, one of my best friends is transgender, and I can't even picture him as a girl. Before I knew he was transgender, I tried to ask him out. Boy, that was awkward. However, being trans-disabled is not a thing that I would support, nor the wider disability community. The disability community is a vibrant one. We have members of every race, religion, sexual orientation, gender identity, and disability. We do not discriminate unless you are deliberately making yourself sick or acting disabled to get pity. I do not support being an object of pity. That is all what a trans-disabled person wants. In a world where we are seeing attacks by the conservatives on our civil rights, we do not need people trying to pretend to have a disability just to make other people feel sorry for them. In a world where we are still fighting for our freedom to live in the community with services and supports instead of being warehoused in nursing homes and other institutions, we do not need folks who think being disabled is a part-time thing. We support and even welcome the non-disabled community as a valuable ally to our cause. Most of us can't live or even get up and out of bed without them. I have always had a disability. Being disabled is just a part of my identity as being gay, maybe more. I know I wouldn't have had the experience of going to Iceland and meeting Dan Wilkins if I didn't have a disability. My family got into activism and disability rights because of me. I wouldn't have testified before Congress against Clint Eastwood, nor represented ADAPT at the Democratic National Convention. I wouldn't have even met that boy that I fantasized about sleeping with in 2000. When I asked to be thrown over a guy's shoulder and be carried out to his Mustang as a part of my fraternity initiation, it was because I could not walk and I wanted the guy to carry me instead of being wheeled out in my wheelchair. He said most pledges, when they are kidnapped by the brothers, are dragged to a brother's car. Obviously, I couldn't be dragged, and so being thrown over his shoulder is the next best option. That was one of the best feelings I ever had and made me realize I was gay. Acquiring a disability is not a choice. It is an accident. Nobody in their right mindset wakes up one morning and says, I will go jump off a bridge. My brother Nigel, when he was younger, asked our friend Steve, who was a quadriplegic, when he could get a metal brace. Nigel was only 3 at the time. One of my friends that we met through ADAPT got into an accident on the anniversary of his dad's accident and acquired the same disability as his dad. It was interesting seeing him grow up in the disability community, going to ADAPT protests, then having a disability himself. He came over to my apartment only a few times before passing away. One of the episodes of Hey Arnold focuses on this very topic. In the episode, one of Arnold S' classmate, B, broke her leg when she was hit by a bus. B was the best friend of the main antagonist, Helga. While she recovered, she used a wheelchair and Helga was B's servant, getting her the best table, the first seat on the bus, and stuff like that. It always bothered me if the students used public transportation, shouldn't the city buses be wheelchair accessible? Once B's leg was all healed, B asked the doctor if she could keep her cast for sentimental reasons. What she was really planning to do was to trick Helga by making her think her leg was still broken by putting hinges on her cast. This worked for a while until one day Helga bent down to tie her shoe, B getting out of her wheelchair and pushing her out of way, and she was hit by a bus, breaking her own leg in the process. The episode ends with the 2 friends talking and coming to an understanding. However, if the show was real, Helga would have been angry and wouldn't trust B for lying to her like that. I am almost positive that their friendship would be over. What drives me crazy is when people park in the access aisle. The access aisle is the blue space where they have diagonal lines that are meant for people with disabilities to get in and out of their vehicles. Once I was watching Justice for All and the plaintiff. A retired woman was suing a man in a wheelchair because he had her car towed because she blocked him in and he was trying to get to work. He did presentations at schools and he stopped just to grab a coffee. The woman was there just to hang out. She was calling the access aisle her special spot. We, in the disability community, hate the word special. The judge told the woman she should get a placard. I would have given her an entire history lesson and how calling something special denotes that it is not equal, and she should learn about the disability rights movement. Having a disability is a unique experience. Faking a disability just to get pity is the worst thing you can do. Being trans-disabled is not a thing, and we should not tolerate it. I would like to thank 406 Cards for suggesting this. If you would like to suggest a topic, leave it in the comments below. Like this video and subscribe to my channel. I will see you soon.